Welcome to the second video in the paid model call series. Today we're going to talk about what a model call really is and what it's not. If you think that model calls are all about giving your work away for free, think again. Most photographers get this completely wrong and it's costing them dream clients. If you're new here, hi, I'm Stine. I am a photographer and a creative business owner with more than 15 years experience, and I help photographers just like you build sustainable dream photography businesses without the burnouts. Over the years, I've run multiple campaigns and some bringing in more than $12,000 in just 1 month. And I did it all just by repositioning what I already offered. The first thing we're going to talk about in this video is the big mindset shift. We really got to get out of the whole model call free giveaway thing and just offering regular sessions. We are going to shift our minds from thinking it as a giveaway into creating an exclusive event, an exclusive experience for your client. An example is that when I did my Becoming 30s campaign, I framed the whole thing as a celebration of the decade of being in their 30s, all right? So I gave my clients an opportunity to tell their story of the transformation or transitions they've gone through in their 30s, and to also record that and document that in words and in pictures. People felt honored to be part of it, and it just translated into sales as well. So the result was, when people see the true value of something and they understand it, they're happy to invest. If you want to start attracting paying clients today, you can download my free starter kit down below. It's part of the paid model call method, and it goes through the 3 key things that you need to change to start making money. Now, the second thing I want to talk about here is making your offer feel premium and not discount. And how do you do that? There's so many people who offer $99 session fees, and I've done it too, but don't do it anymore. And it just attracts the wrong clients. So what you want to do instead is pack value in there. People will pay when they understand and see the value, and this is where the whole system comes into play. What I did was I sold a $250 session fee, which gave them hair and makeup, a wardrobe consultation, the actual session, and also an ordering session. So I separated the session fee and the shoot and everything, and then you could order products after. But I also included a complimentary image. Now, that image was chosen by me and not them, and that's the key thing here. And it was also the image that was to go in the magazine that I created for my project. So that magazine would not go out, or be designed, I should say, until at least 6 months further down the line. And they knew that from the beginning. So straight away, that created an incentive for them to actually purchase straight away, so they could actually get some photos. Also, if they did make a purchase, I didn't give them that image until way later on. So they still had to wait to see it. So this is actually a key point, is if you are offering complimentary images, you don't just give them the image if they don't buy anything. It has to be communicated as an add-on to what they're already buying. So I did this wrong for so many years, and so this is why I'm making these videos, so you can actually get it right, okay? So yeah, I packed so much value into $250. I made it a no-brainer. And I set up an entire system, from a call out to a landing page, and then into I think I did in-person consultations, but I also did on the phone consultations. So already there, they're getting so much value up front. It's kind of like $250. They're like, oh wow, that's pretty cheap, because there's a lot of work going into it. I had people saying that to me. And just from that feedback alone, I could just tell that I was providing them so much value. And this is a long time ago. This is like 7-8 years ago now, maybe a little bit more. And I still have people talking about this online in the local community Facebook and business groups. So there you go. Now, the third thing I want to share with you is that I want to be very, very transparent with you and completely honest with you in this series. No BS, okay? No fluff. And I want to just humanize myself here. I did not get this right straight away. Like, it took me a couple of years to kind of get the hang of it and figure out what was working and what wasn't. And I made so many mistakes. I've learned all this by making a ton of mistakes, okay? So I want to share some of those mistakes with you, just so you know. So number one, I already spoke about before, and that's basically giving clients their complimentary image before they even made a purchase. I remember actually sending it through as a sneak peek. Big mistake. Don't ever do that. Because you've taken the excitement away from seeing their photos already. Like, it's gone. So they've seen one, you send it to them for free, they're happy, they got something from the experience, and you know, that's it. You need to keep that momentum going, and I just ruined it straight away. So I did that way too many times, and I learned it the hard way. So the lesson here is to add it onto whatever product they do buy, whether they're buying a digital package of a certain set of amount of images. If they even just buy one image, if you allow them to do that, you just add it onto that. That's okay too. Everyone's got different budgets. I also didn't pre-frame the investment. What does that mean? I didn't talk about what kind of product they'd like to end up with before I did the session. I just went on and on about the actual experience, which is a good thing. You need to do that. But I also need to talk about the end game here. And the end game for me was to get them to purchase products to walk away with. I did not do that. So I had a fair few no sales because they would get to the ordering appointment. I'm being very honest here. It's a little bit embarrassing, but bear with me. I got all the way to the ordering appointment. This is like weeks of work. They'd come into my studio and sit down, and they'd like look at me a little bit confused. I could tell. I'd play them the little slideshow that I made with snacks and everything, and they'd just be like, it would be so awkward because they're like not ready to buy at all. And that was on me. That was my mistake. And I learned very quickly that you can't do that. Either your shoots are for free, or they need to be educated that they're going to be buying stuff. They're going to be investing in products. The lesson here is that if you don't talk about that from the beginning, it's not going to happen. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about are boundaries and why they are so important. Boundaries create value. So limiting spots, defining your purpose, and setting clear expectations makes clients feel like they're part of something important. So, but also, what are you willing to do? Like, how far are you willing to go? How much are you willing to work? You know, are you going to do cold sales call? Are you going to try and get them on the phone straight away? Are you a phone caller? I am not. I am an introvert, and I hate phones and I hate phone calls. So that was not part of my strategy. Now that you understand what a model call really is and how to create an elevated experience for your clients, in this next video, I'm going to show you when to use them, because yep, you shouldn't be doing them all the time.